Hello and welcome to another video for chat application course. In this video I'm going to add Vuex to our application and eventually I'm going to test it with this app Vue component. So let's start with opening our web modules, and here let's create a new directory, store, and let's create a store.js. And in a store.js I'm going to start with importing Vue and Vuex. Import Vue from Vue and import Vuex from Vuex. Great. I'm also going to use PersistedState here, so import create PersistedState from Vuex PersistedState. I'm also going to use SecureLs. There's a typo from SecureLs. Great. const.ls, new SecureLs, and I'm going to set compression to false. Like other Vuex setup, I'm going to start with export default, and here we need to add modules, state, and eventually we're going to use plugins to apply PersistedState and SecureLs to our estates in Vuex. So let's create a new module. So I'm going to create a new directory here, and I'm going to call this modules, and here let's create user for now, and user export const namespace to true, const state. I'm going to add logged in, which the default value is false, and user, which it is an empty object. Export const mutations and export const actions. I'm going to keep them empty for now. Now let's import our user.js. So import everything as user from modules user, and eventually we can simply use this here. Great. Now in vapp let's add some basic setup for our component vmain. Let's add a quick comment here, add toolbar, and then here reflex, logged in, vls equal and calls 8. Please log in to chat application. Now we need to import Vuex to test if implementation of a store is worked. We also need to import a store in our app.js. I almost forgot that. And we also need to add a store here. So let's just start import map state from Vuex, computed, and in computed map state user we're going to get everything related to user state, and I guess that should be fine. I'm just going to test if this works or not. So here let's apply a condition: if user logged in, and we also added VLs, so there's nothing else. Now let's check if everything is working. Inspect. Let's move this to button and refresh. So there's an error. Let's check this. Must use before creating a store instance. So here we need to add use. I forgot that. So now let's try again. Plugins for each is not a function. This should be also an array. And that's it. So there's no error. And let's check our Vuex. As you can see, I've got logged in false. It's working fine. Let's change this to true. Let's reload. Everything looks great. Now in local storage, let me remove these items. So I'm going to add Vuex PersistedState to simply store states to our local storage. So in order to do that, I'm going to type create PersistedState, and then here we need to specify a key, which it is simply the local storage item name. So let's call this Khojasteh.com, and we also need to specify the states module, which we're going to store states in our local storage. If I set this to user, it's only going to store user states in local storage, which here, as you can see, we've got this state which it is user. And if I add more states, which I'm going to add, and more modules, it's only going to store user states. And then we're going to use SecureLs to simply encrypt our states and eventually store these encrypted states in local storage. So to do this, storage get item key and ls get key, then set item. We're going to add key and then value, set key and value, and eventually remove item. You only need key, and let's remove key. Let's save. So If we reload, as you can see, I will get this SecureLs metadata, but there is no item for our state since there is no interaction for Vuex states right now. And in future videos you can simply see the result when we try to log in and log out user from application. So that's it for this video. We have completely installed store.js and added to our project, and in next videos we're going to simply add other modules based on related subject or topic for our videos. That's it. Good luck and see you next time.